Welcome back to Extreme Festival of Motorsport Racing action here down at the Killarney Grand Prix circuit in the beautiful mother city of Cape Town. And up next, we're going to have a look at the race 1 action of the VW Challenge, brought to you by MotorMart in Klerksdorp. We have over 36 cars taking part here, Class A, B and C, ready to do battle out on track. And joining me in the commentary booth is a man that's very familiar not only with this category but also in the Class C's, having driven it before. Here we go now to the start line and off the line. Oh, looks like Atkinson. Oh, that's Lyle Ramsey. What has happened there?
Huge mistake. I think the guys underestimate the power increase they get in Cape Town with the coastal air.
Going down now into turn 1, changing down into about third gear, going through to an. Oh, Lyle Ramsey's off. So Lyle Ramsey took a big shunt there from Atkinson, and that's done something to the steering column of that car. As we go on board here now with Jacques Smith at the head of the Class B and C's category. They'll head off just a little bit behind Class A there, and unfortunately Lyle Ramsey is off on the side there, but this is a very good start here from Smith going into turn 1. Looks like he's got the ideal line there going into turn 1 on the inside.
4 or 5 abreast down into turn 1. The guys are trying hard down in Cape Town this weekend.
Yeah, it really is. Lots of space to play with here for the VW Challenge. That's why they love coming down to Cape Town. You can see using a little bit more of the track than they would like coming out of turn 1, using the grass, heading into turn 2.
There's Jacques Smith, he's in the front. Holiday Senior behind him, followed Chris Dale. Going nicely, Roberto on the outside there. Here goes the Super Golf coming through. Nicely driven. MotorMart cars up. There's Valdi Mankies and Nick Clark following through there. Pushing hard, boys down the back straight. Stian Kriel got a huge lead.
As we go on board here now with Nick Clark down the long back straight for the first time. He's picking up that slipstream of Valdi Mankies just ahead of him. Oh, he's got the perfect slipstream now. He's going to go around the outside the long way round. That's a really brave move. Look how late he is on the brakes. But he's got the nice camber of the last corner in Cape Town corner to try and rail it around the outside and get the drive to the line.
Let's hope he can make it stick and get the drive out onto the front straight.
There he goes. It looks like he's made that move. So it is Nick Clark now up into second. Rory Atkinson, after stalling on the start line, he's now coming through the field as we go on board here with Sean Krause, also just trying to pick up that slipstream. Look how close they get to the wall there. They really just shave that wall. Oh, big mistake going into turn 1 there. And Valdi Mankies pounces once again on the inside.
And Nick Clark won't let him have it. He'll sit in there and drive him out to turn 2.
And Class B drivers now coming into turn 1 for the first time. And still that man, Jacques Smith, out front. Oh, this is a mistake from one of the cars.
There's Roberto. Chris Dale put some pressure on him and he made a mistake.
Oh, so easy to do there going into turn 1. The yellow flags are out. You think you've got so much room to play with in turn 1, but it does tighten up a little bit, and unfortunately the mistake there. There's a massive battle going on there. Dion Holiday Senior and Junior right in the mix there with Luan Ruiz and Chris Dale, like you said, pushing very hard.
Pushing very, very hard. Senior and Junior doing an awesome job this weekend. Pushing really hard there in 4th place, Dion Junior.
There we go now into the right hand as the Posse drive car gets brilliant drive there. Chris Dale once again running over the curves. We're going to see a lot of that throughout the 2 races here today as they come on the front straight now. Stian Kriel is massively out front in this race, and this is the battle for 2nd, 3rd, all the way down to 5th place. On board here with Nick Clark. He's got Valdi Mankies, and it looks like Rory Atkinson starting to come through the field a little bit further behind. Wayne Krause right up there, and Wayne Masters as they're going to turn 1 now.
Coming back nicely from that mistake at the start. Pushed all the way back up to 3rd place now.
Brilliant drive coming up the hill. There's a little rise there that they've got to get in on the brakes here, going so easy to lose the front end of the car. You can see how they fight it. There's a little bump going into the right-hander. And you can see the car's just skipping over that. Oh, Mankies is out wide. That's going to allow Atkinson to make the move. Yes, he does. On board here now with Valdu, and that's a big mistake.
Yeah, pushing these Hankook tires to their limits. These boys are really trying hard. Look how they bounce through there. There goes Rory Atkinson. Just amazing drive out of that boy.
It really is. After stalling on the line and getting tangled up with Lyle Ramsey, he really has come steaming through the field. Got the pace to maybe run with Stian Kriel out front. You can see the car in the distance there. That's Stian. He's already by the mountain as the 2nd, 3rd and 4th place battle come here on board once again with Valdi Mankies. It's going to be a brilliant shot. You see, he just doesn't have the drive to get anywhere near close to make a move on the brakes. And while he's trying to attack, he's got to be defensive. Here comes Nick Clark. A little bit of debris flying off one of the cars there, but Clark now up into 3rd place.
Oh, Clark and Waldy there having a little tangle up into the next corner. Oh, there goes Sean Krause, made a mistake down in Cape Town corner. He'll come back from that, we hope. It's Craig Gammy coming through.
Yeah, that mistake has allowed Gammy Smallberger and Mark Ackerman to come through, so a lot of work there to do now for Wayne Krause. But we know he's got the pace to run the top 5. Let's go have a look now at a replay. The incident on the start line. Oh, you can see Lyle Ramsey. Atkinson stalled the car. Ramsey had nowhere to go and just clattered right into him, and that's done some damage surely to the front end steering of that car, and unfortunately Ramsey is out of this race.
There's the finish line. The checker flag's out, guys are running. I see Stian Kriel got a huge lead over Class A.
It was Rory Atkinson. It looks like he's going to pick up a brilliant second place there. We go on board now with Class B driver Jacques Smith going down the back straight for the final time. Are we going to see one of the drivers pull out and make a move on the inside going the final turn? No, they're not. Looks like Smith is going to hold on just ahead of Dion Holiday Senior there. So brilliant drive there. Luan Ruiz and Chris Dale dicing it out for the final podium spot in Class B. But a brilliant start to finish drive there from Jacques Smith and bringing the yellow car home. Another excellent drive there from the man on board here. He's going to be really ecstatic with that. And what a way to start off the proceedings here in the VW Challenge. New sponsor on board for this weekend, the MotorMart in Klerksdorp. They'll be happy to have their logo on these cars. It was Stian Kriel out front ahead of Rory Atkinson. Nick Clark rounding out your top three. Valdemar there in fourth. And winning out in Class B was all about that man, Jacques Smith. Dion Holiday Senior in second, Luan Ruiz in third, and Chris Dale rounding out your top four. In Class C, it was all about Christian De Wet and Philip Cruiser in the top two cars there. Let's catch up then with Rory Atkinson.
Bad start, mistake on my fault. Paul Lyle had nowhere to go in the Munro car, and my BHRT car I wasn't in gear and the lights were very quick. So terrible start, but I had a good run through the field. Congrats to Stian who won it, and the guys had a good race out there.
Second place in Class B, it was Dion Holiday Senior.
It was lekker, enjoyable. Luckily, me and Jacques got away from the pack. I think that was the important thing. We got a bit lonely here towards the end, but yeah, to get away from the pack is maybe better being stuck in the pack. So yeah, we enjoyed it a lot.
Class C winner then was Christian De Wet.
We battled a little bit yesterday, sorted out the car. It was a good race. I didn't see the second place guy. It was a little bit lonely in the front, but it was a good race. Just a big thank you to the Needhams for all their help, and especially to all our sponsors, make this possible, especially to MotorMart. Mohammed, thanks a lot, and let's see if we can make a double.